Soon, Claire could see the Adventurers Guild again, with people entering and exiting the large building. Compared to the ones next to it, the feeling it gave was a multi-floor department store. In front of the guild, there were some people chatting with one another as though continuing a conversation they were having inside. Claire noticed that instead of armor and weapons that adventurers typically wore, they were wearing fancy clothes. They didn't have any jewelry, but the outfits gave the impression of being worn when conducting business. They're likely people placing a request, Claire thought to herself. Passing by adventurers and merchants, Claire's group entered into the guild. A woman in a guild employee outfit bowed to them in greeting. Claire noticed the floppy bunny ears on the woman's head. I guess not just humans work inside the guild. She probably stands there to see if anyone has any questions or needs to be guided anywhere, Claire thought to herself. Instead of going to the usual places, like the counter or jobs board, they headed to the nearest set of stairs. Placing her hand on the railing next to her, Claire walked up the stairs, appreciating the feel of the natural wood compared to the metal that was in the guild on Earth. Though there were numerous benefits when it came to technology, like being able to send messages and computers, being in an environment where things were not as technical was nice too. I'm also not limited to seeing nature through a screen. I can enjoy the sun and see the trees, Claire said to herself. Turning her head, Claire glanced at the main floor of the guild and how the adventurers were either checking out jobs, working with employees, or just relaxing at a table with friends. With the wooden floors and the stone walls, it gave a home-type feel. Reaching the second floor, there were a few couches and small tables. Several adventurers were drinking tea and reading a book. A few looked in their direction before returning to what they were doing. What Claire noticed was how the second floor was nearly all wood, though different types. The floor had a darker stain to it compared to the walls. Scattered throughout were chandeliers to light up the area. Just like all the other places she'd seen, some type of energy stone was emitting light. Walking past the quiet area, it transitioned into a wide hallway. On either side were doors with numbers on them. These are the rooms you can rent out at the front desk on the main floor, Candace explained to Claire and Hannah. Depending on how much you pay, the interior changes. The cheaper rooms are on this level, but there are 2 more floors above us. She pointed a finger towards the ceiling to indicate the other floors. Curious about the rooms on the level they were on. How much are they? Claire asked her sister. There are 50 guild points a night. Inside the room is just a bed and a small table. But there's also a storage trunk that fits quite a bit. It's what takes up a lot of space in the room, Candace said. I think the guild knew that adventurers were mainly going to use the room for just storing their goods, not so much for their homes, Brooke added her thoughts. I'm betting the rooms on the upper floors are much larger. I know the one above us is 100 guild points a night. As though remembering something, Candace said, the bathrooms and bathing area are on the main floor. You just go through the doors past the stairs, and there's a whole different section. Pointing down, and then in the basement is a training area, where you can go all out since it's reinforced for that purpose. Abby reached one of the doors, while Tommy continued to the next one. They used their bracelet on a crystal, which glowed before turning green. There was an audible click as a door was unlocked. Candace, Brooke, and Bill went to their own rooms, repeating the process.